meaning what you eat is 90% responsible for your weight. All right, I'm gonna let that sink in for a second. So it's better if you're having trouble losing weight, just stop working out altogether. I tell people that all the time. If you've been trying to lose weight for months, for weeks, for whatever, and you still What's up, friends? Welcome back to KimmyDTV, a place where nurses and aspiring nurses come to achieve academic, career, and life success. And in this video, I'm going to be responding to one of my subscribers. Hey, Nurse Gigi. She asked me to make a video on what I eat to lose weight. So without further ado, here it is. All right, guys. So I'm going to give you guys the real. Y'all know I always give you guys the real on how to lose weight. Okay. Take into consideration that you are responsible for whatever information I put out in this video, okay? I'm not saying what my way is like the best, the most healthiest, the this, the that to lose weight. I'm just telling you guys what worked for me, okay, guys? So y'all know that I lost over 30 pounds, okay, since August of 2021, and counting. I'm still losing weight, but right now I'm in a weight that I'm comfortable with. It's not my optimal weight, but I lost over 30 pounds, so I feel so good. So I'm gonna tell you guys what worked for me. I know there's a lot of information out there. There's even programs that people subscribe to, people buy to. So I'm gonna give y'all the real, okay? All right, guys. So y'all know I'm not gonna touch on working out at all, but I'm gonna strictly focus on diet, because you guys know no matter how much you work out in the gym, you can never outwork a bad diet. Meaning, what you eat is 90% responsible for your weight. All right, I'm gonna let that sink in for a second. So it's better if you're having trouble losing weight, just stop working out altogether. I tell people that all the time. If you've been trying to lose weight for months, for weeks, for whatever, and you still not losing that weight, stop working out and laser focus on your diet. And I know it could be hard. It's the hardest part, so I'm gonna tell you how I did it. Okay, guys, I could have lost a lot more weight a lot faster if only I was self-disciplined and I just like said, okay, I surrendered unto the healthy diet. So here you guys go, okay? So I want to preface this video by saying I come from a Haitian background. So I grew up eating a lot of rice and beans. And when I moved from here to Texas, you know, I cooked a lot of Haitian rice and beans. I went on YouTube. I became a YouTube chef overnight, okay, guys? Like, I can throw down in the kitchen, all right? That's a little secret, okay? I can make Haitian rice and beans, du sauce pois, blanc, du blanc sauce pois, legumes, chicken, mac and cheese. I can make it all, guys. I'm really good. I'm a really good cook now. But I was making a little bit too much, guys. My own cooking was making me gain weight, okay, guys? And I was just, guys, I was having a ball. And at that time I had no knowledge about carbohydrates and this and that, and it only took a visit from my mother, actually, who realized, she was like, I thought you said you were working out. But all the time I was always still working out. So you know, I guess that's why I kind of gained weight in the right places a little bit, but I was still like overweight, which is not good for my health and stuff like that. So, you know, I was really gaining weight, and when my mom told me that, that's when I noticed. And then I set on the journey to losing weight. I got a personal trainer. So here is what I learned, okay? So this is the number way to lose weight, girl. I see you. You said you work 12 hours. Okay, here's the first thing you gotta do. The first thing you gotta do, I know y'all heard it 10 million times before, so I'm not gonna stay on it too long, is water. Yes, water. I'm getting really bad at this. I have to keep picking it back up. It's like when I'm so busy, like right now I'm working on different projects and stuff like that, I forget. Drink at least 4 of these bad boys, okay? I love sparkling water from McDonald's. And if you go to McDonald's, you get this large sparkling water. Bellissimo. I love it. Drink at least 4 of these water bottles a day, okay? That's the first tip, okay? Because what you're trying to do, what we're gonna try to do is fill our stomach with things that make us full, okay? And by the way, I'm not naturally thin. I've never had a thin phase. You know, when people say, oh, when I was younger, I used to eat all of this and I never gained weight. I'm always like, Where? You know, I'm smaller now than I was in high school. Okay, when I was a kid, I was a chubby kid and stuff like that. So I got you. Like, I understand how it feels like to go up and down your weight. I've never been this naturally skinny and petite girl. I've never been that way. A lot of people just assume because I'm short and they're like, oh my gosh, she's so small. They never know that until I show them pictures, and they're like, oh. So guys, like, I totally get it. Okay, so you got the water right done. Okay, good. Step number 2, intermittent fast. So y'all know what intermittent fasting is. All right, so whatever time you stop eating, just wait like about 10 to 12 hours or 8 hours to eat again. Okay, but take it slow. Okay guys, everybody does things differently. Okay, take it slow. You don't have to start with 12 hours or 13 hours or 8 hours, but there have been numerous benefits when it comes to fasting in itself. Like, if you go online, there is a doctor, I forgot his name, but he talks about how he used fasting to cure people who have diabetes, heart disease, a lot of stuff. Fasting has so many benefits. I'm not going to dive deep because this video will be too long on the benefits of fasting, but fasting has so many benefits, guys. So make sure you go on that fasting trend. Okay, fasting has so many benefits. Once a month, I even do a 24-hour fast with water and everything. But of course, check with your doctor first. Don't just do it because I said to do it, because, you know, with that blood sugar dropping and everything, you have to make sure that, you know, you're healthy enough to do it. And it took me like 9 months before I actually did a 24-hour fast. So just to clarify some things, okay? But intermittent fasting is enough. If you stop eating at 8 o'clock, wait until 8 o'clock the next day to eat, or 10 a.m. the next day to eat, or whatever like that. So you're gonna want to give yourself about like 10 to 11 hours for your stomach to really digest, to have a pause. Okay guys? Secondly, when you eat breakfast, no more going to McDonald's. That's what I loved to do. I love the sausage McGriddle with hash browns and an orange juice. We're gonna cut that all out. Okay, cut juices. That's the thing. No more juices. I don't drink any juice, guys. If I'm on vacation, that's the only time you'll catch me drinking juice. I don't drink any juice. I don't drink any soda. Ways to replace it, because, you know, I had to slowly come out of it. That's the thing. You want to replace your cravings. For example, I used to love chocolate fountain cake. I still do. Chocolate molten cake, something like that. Like, I really, really love chocolate. I don't like anything with caramel or dark chocolate. I just like milk chocolate. Like, I'm in love with milk chocolate. What did I do to replace it? I used to buy those little snack pack chocolate puddings. Those would satisfy my cravings, and then until later I just didn't crave the snack pack pudding anymore, and I stopped eating it altogether. And I would go from I basically went from eating chocolate to snack pack chocolate to snack pack chocolate pudding that's sugar free, and then I just stopped eating it. One day I just stopped eating it. So try to tamper off your cravings with different stuff. That's the best way. For example, I used to drink Sprite all the time. And guys, like, when my sister came to visit me the other month, like, she ordered like a Sprite, and I tasted a little bit of it, and I was like, ugh, I don't even like the taste. It tastes like a dessert. It just tastes so weird to me. Like, it's been a year since I drank soda, and I don't even desire anymore. Like, I used to drink ginger ale, soda, Sprite. Like, guys, sugary drinks, like you could literally lose like 60 pounds alone off of like not drinking soda and juice. Throw away soda and juice. I don't care if it says 100% fruit juice. No, that sugar in there is going to turn into fat, and then you'll just keep the weight. So guys, like, and it's empty calories anyway, so cut that off. If you love soda, do what I do. Get yourself some large sparkling water from McDonald's, but before you drive past on the drive-through, just taste it, because sometimes they mistake it with Sprite or whatever. And so it's like a running joke, like, that McDonald's know I'm the only person who orders sparkling water. Yeah, so get your sparkling water, and when you go to a restaurant, like, what I do is, because since I'm always cold, like, I would drink like hot water to like help dissolve the food and everything. So All I eat is water, drink is water, water and tea, okay? That brings me to another tip. Another thing you could do to lose weight is to cut your appetite, especially in the morning when you're doing your 12-hour shifts, is to drink tea the first thing in the morning. So one thing that really cuts my appetite for some reason, but be careful, has a lot of caffeine, is Earl Grey tea. Earl Grey tea really cuts the appetite, but it has a lot of caffeine, so I would say try black tea first. Try black tea, green tea. Everybody knows, like, when I'm in my job, I always have a cup with me and I'm drinking tea. You know why? Because it curbs my appetite. Because guys, my appetite is voracious. Like I said, like, I'm naturally, like, I love to eat. Like, sometimes people are overweight. It's not their fault. It's like they really want to eat. Like, for example, my mom is not naturally like that. My mom could, like, eat 1 or 2 bites of something and she'd be okay. And I'm like, how can you do that? Because there's a chemical that in your brain that's responsible for satiety. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. First generation American here. But there's a chemical in your brain that is responsible for it, and some people just, you know, crave more food than others, and I'm one of those people. So drinking those teas really curbs my appetite, and before you know it, you won't want as much food, okay? So it's all about, like, training your brain, okay? So when you do eat, guys, I'm not saying don't eat. You're gonna want to eat stuff that fills your stomach. For example, protein. Protein is number 1. So one thing I usually bring in my 12-hour shifts is, like, my Premier protein shakes, okay? Actually, let me tell y'all one thing. Download the MyFitnessPal app. Now, hold up. In the beginning, I was so against MyFitnessPal app. I understand, because I was like, I do not want to be anorexic. I don't want to be someone who counts calories. That's not fun. I no longer have this app. But if I slide off the bandwagon, like, too much, I will re-download that app. And what MyFitness app does is one thing that my trainer told me to get. It just makes it very logical. Like, sometimes weight loss is just very logical. It's just like calories in versus calories out. And it really helps you track what you're eating. Because I would just, like, eat and not even notice how much I was eating, because I would emotionally eat when I was at work if I'm stressed out. Sorry, guys. I would emotionally eat when I'm stressed out, when I'm at work. So MyFitnessPal helps me with that. Another thing is in the beginning, at least, you're gonna want to watch your carbohydrates, and I still do watch my carbohydrates. So guys, carbohydrates is like your best friend if you want to gain weight. Carbohydrates, we love them. I love them because, for example, I love rice and beans. Grew up in Haitian family, like I said, rice and beans all the time. And the thing about carbohydrates is that they turn to sugar and sugar eventually turns into fat. So this is why, like, eating carbohydrates is not the best thing. So when you have MyFitnessPal, by the way, this video is not sponsored, it tells you how many grams of carbohydrates this thing have. I never forgot, my trainer said, I forgot, I had this one small McDonald's meal. It was like a strawberry, you know, the strawberry shake, the strawberry smoothie, not shake, smoothie from McDonald's, and small fries, and I thought that was so healthy. And she put it, I was like, what? And it had the same amount of carbs, and she was like, I only eat 60 grams of carbs within 2 days. Like, that means 30 grams of carbs one day and 30 grams of carbs the second day. And I was only eating so the amount of carbs that she ate in 2 days, I was eating in one meal in 1 day. Okay, so it was like, no wonder why I was gaining all of this weight. Okay, now I don't have to go extreme as her, because, like, she's like a fitness trainer, and, like, that's what she does, that's her thing. She's very muscular and stuff like that. She does fitness shows. And that brings to another thing, like, when I had to prepare for the pageant, I had to go, like, extremely low on my carbohydrates. I'm not saying for you to do that, because when you're competing for, like, a fitness thing, like, for example, I was competing for a pageant, or if you're competing, like running a marathon or something, that's different training from when you're, like, want to lose weight. But if you want to lose regular schmegular weight, just watch your carbs. Keep your carbs down. So you may be thinking, Kimberly, what can you eat? Well, there's so many things you can eat. You just have to tailor it to things that you like. So, for example, because of how I grew up, I love to eat things with a fork and a knife. I'm not too big of a fan of American food, except American desserts, to be honest. Like, for example, I don't really like, I love small french fries from McDonald's, the only french fries I like, but I'm not a big fan of burgers and like steak and stuff like that. I'm not really a big fan of that. I'm a fan of things that you can eat with a fork and a knife. It's funny because you eat steak with a fork and knife, right? But I like eating like rice, beans. I just love Mexican food, Dominican, New York food, Jamaican food, basically anything in the Caribbean I love. That's what I can gain weight off of, anything in the Caribbean. So of course, and when I first went to Houston, yeah, I didn't find a lot of Haitian restaurants at all, but Houston is full of Mexican food, and I was like, I love the rice and beans. Ooh, it's so good. And from Panda Express, I like the orange chicken and the General Tso's chicken, but those things are so not good. They're full with calories, they're full of fat, they're full of saturated fat. Like, just imagine your arteries getting smaller and smaller and smaller. You don't want to go in for a PTCA and stuff like that. So, you know, I really had to watch my carbohydrates. So when I decided to decrease my carbohydrates, what did I eat? I mostly ate colorful, beautiful, delicious tasting, non-bland salads. With the salads though, do not put any dressing on it, because dressing, like, it just defeats the whole purpose. Most dressings are horrible. You could put a little vinegar, like just a small amount, a little oil, or you could eat it plain. It takes time to get used to it, but if you guys have if y'all ever had Mediterranean food, you know Mediterranean food is so healthy for you, especially their salads. Like, they already jam-packed with flavor. They already have like stuff like purple onion, red onion to put in there, and your #1 source of staying full is protein. Okay, so make sure you're having a lot of protein in there, like lean meats, like boiled, grilled chicken in there. You could put salmon in there, like fish. You could put turkey in there, boiled turkey, nothing fried, nothing greasy or whatever. You could put that in there, okay? Sometimes, like even now, if I'm really craving like Panda Express, if I'm really craving it, I would go to, like, I would make my own salad, and then I would go to Panda Express and get the a la carte small orange chicken and then put it in the salad. Like, I know the orange chicken is not necessarily healthy, but at least I don't have to have the carbs. At least I don't have to have the ramen noodles or the white rice or the fried rice. I don't need to have those carbs. I'm just craving the chicken, okay? A lot of times I'm just craving protein, okay? So that is an important factor. So when you're with your 12-hour shifts, make sure you have your little Premier protein shakes. That's another thing. Protein shakes are key. Make sure you don't have protein shakes with soy in them, because soy has been linked to like cancer and stuff like that. So you're gonna want to make sure that you have protein shakes. Like, my favorite is Premier Protein. I like, there's a flavor called cake batter, which is new. You gotta Google it to find it, cake batter, and I like the strawberry one. So those two are my favorite protein shakes, okay guys? So that's another thing. Like, I eat a lot of salads, and I just bulk on protein, okay? If you're from Houston area, you go to Demasi's. Those salads are on point. You just have to make your salads your own. My salads are so colorful. I get like what I like I like spinach. I'm not a big fan of cabbage or lettuce heads. I just like spinach and leaves that are like easy to chew, and I put blue cheese on it, strawberries, bananas sometimes, and chicken and everything. So that's basically how to lose weight, guys. You just have to eat right you just have to taper down your cravings, and then eat right, you know, eat a large quantity of things you like. So for example, I love to eat a lot, so if I eat a big bowl of salad, it's easier for me to eat, okay guys? And I do sometimes, like, now that I've gotten a weight that I'm comfortable with, I do sometimes allow myself to have what I want, but it's all about balance. Like, the other day I had Dominican food, you know, the next day I had like a salad, you know what I mean? And I had some tea, and then I had like I was really watching my calories, okay guys? So that's the video, guys. If you have any more questions on how to lose weight, just leave it down below, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.